sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving mad and blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, mad in time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Set up, 50, play. 6-man. Check curls. Lead grip.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check. Hey, 2.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Conner. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right here, right here.
Go.
Who's that? Is that yours?
Hey, Echo. Shoot.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Here's Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Look at me. Zipper.
59 mark. 59 mark. Check.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Driscoll. He finds Hopkins complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Driscoll. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Wahoo! Be driven!
They'll drop the throw. And able to find Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
Ready.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Here's Connor. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, it's Connor. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Mike 57. Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step up. Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
No!
We're scoreless after 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Tighten up, tighten up.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
50, plant.
Mike's 59. There's a party now.
Go. Hey, Charlie.
Check 59, Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Greer. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. DJ Shark, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, high 7.
59.
Let's go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
At the 42-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Yo, go! Bravo!
Mike 51!
Mostert. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Ready.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Joker. Mike 5'9".
Get it.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Panther first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Don't be scared of it. General West.
59's mark.
Shut up.
Back to throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely, he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air it out into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Yes. Hey, Alpha.
59's mark. Check. 59. You must be.
Greer will look to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, exit.
Mike 51.
Hey.
Here we go.
Ready?
Throwing on 3rd down, Breer. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
It's a gain of 10, and a Panther first down.
Down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another bit. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
18 Gator.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You got to get the ball, D.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, echo.
57 Mike 57.
Rock it.
I got you. Check 3, check 2.
Second and 10. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. It got his man complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
57, Mike 57.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Go.
Check, 59. I'm coming. Check, crunch.
Hey, seam six. Ready.
Looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Ryan Kerrigan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
57 to Mike. Get your swerve on. 57 to Mike 57.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Let's go.
Back to throw. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play and that little bit of hesitancy. often works really well for offensive guys.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Raheem Mostert, 77 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good relaxing.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Bruce Irvin picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll look to throw here. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. 56 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. He'll look to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with counter. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. This from 42 yards out. And Fairbairn missed it. He pulled it left. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
10 Lobo.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Delta.
Get that quarterback.
Mike, check. 59. Let's go, D.
Ready.
Greer on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Mike's 59.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Greer. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 5'9". Here it comes.
To throw on 3rd down. Greer. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Mike's 50.
Now Mostert. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Wide, get wide.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Hey, exit.
Watch QB drop. Hey, Mike 51. Watch the
Now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Greer. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. Calm the press.
On 3rd and long, here's Greer. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam on.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, let go.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Orbit. You got time up there.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flipped.
Sides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw, and it's complete to Kelsey. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. They'll set up the throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. On on the run is Conner. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. James Conner, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The throw complete here to Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Check, 59.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At their 48-yard line.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it third down.
Ready? 18 Gators.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Hey.
Check 24. Check 24. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Go.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Ready? Mike 51.
They'll try the air now with Greer. He gets it complete to Harris. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
49. Check 49.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down only to the 18. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Ready.
Greer operating from the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 32-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
C6.
You're all right, baby.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Let go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's complete to Hopkins. 23 yards, the final tally. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Check 13. Check 13.
On 1st down, it's Connor. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You ready?
I got deep third. Single.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Charlie. Yep.
Buzz, be ready.
Smooth. Get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Driscoll, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bruce Irvin able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
All day, baby, all day.
57 to Mike.
What?
You got nothing.
Big dribble.
They'll look to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Single, slide. Hey, you're on the line over there. You're on the line. 57's Mike.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
Two-jet bomber. Now.
They'll run for it with counter, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Mostert. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
So don't say nothing.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here's Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
57 to Mike. 57 to
He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
You gonna see me? Hey, Haywood! You gonna see me in your nightmare?
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
57. Mike, 57.
Hey.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Set 90, Wolf.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Get it.
Down to a knee goes Greer, and that should be the final act in this contest.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.